So just imagine, right? Terrorists run everything, and they're putting people in comas, and they're taking people's brains, taking people's body parts, and taking people's blood, and treating us like we're not human, and modulating people. People are coming in this world as other people, pretending to be people. Imagine that, and then imagine that's real life, because that's what this is. Like, there's literally just terrorists doing whatever they want to me while I'm in a coma. Right now, this is a coma. Like, I'm in a coma. Like, it looks real as fuck, right? Like, it looks just like real life. And they can just do whatever they want. Literally. Like, do whatever they want. Like, my head's not the same head. Like, imagine that. Imagine replacing somebody's head. Imagine somebody taking your head. Imagine someone using your body. Like, my toes look different in here. Everything else looks the same though, but just like the little minor things about my body are different. I don't know what else to say. But the real terror. They steal intellectual property. They steal intellectual property. The Roddy Rich the box was my shit, and some other stuff. They steal intellectual property. They play stupid. So basically, they play dumb as hell. And my whole life has been a conspiracy theory that's been solved. And basically, what it is everybody that's ever been in my life is corrupt. Even if they weren't corrupt, they're now corrupt. Like, not even on purpose. Like, everyone's corrupt. I don't even know how it happens. Like, people are imitating people. You know, people are being people. People are claiming to be other people. Like, so everything I did in my life, it was never for me. It was for the government to steal it and give it to somebody else. And, you know, they'll split your mind into 100 different people. So you'll be like a rapper or a president or whatever. They'll literally split you into however many people. Pretend like you're other people. Act like you're not a real person. Like, do all this shit because they have this simulated reality that they've been using. So I believe this simulated reality has been in place since they went to the moon. That's my theory. I believe that the moon landing was the creation of this simulated reality. And that's what this is. So and that this is what so when people die, this is where they go. They go to the simulated reality. And they go, but they also come out of the simulated reality, right? So I think I think people so when people go to prison, they come they you know, because you see the same people. You know, you go watch movies or the news or whatever. It's literally the same exact people everywhere. It's the same exact people if you actually look at them, and take a close look, or you look at the way they move or the way they talk, or certain features. Like, it's the same people every time. And so this is, and then what they got me in a coma. I'm in a coma, and the thing is, since I'm in a coma, and since this is a virtual reality, the viewer of this video can see the real video. They can see an altered version of the video. They can see this video as a different person. They can see pieces of this video. They can literally, it can look like whatever. So I don't know what the world sees when I make videos, you know, because everything I'm saying is true and accurate to a degree. Like, it's definitely, like, my friend Robert Isaac was a girl. Like, I can't make this shit up. And he knows it too. Like, you can actually find the original person and you can see that he was a boy and then now he's a girl. And they use this virtual reality. They use this virtual reality shit to do it. They were trying to turn me into a girl. They were trying to turn me gay, bisexual, child molester, you name it. They tried to corrupt me. And that's like what they spent the last like few years doing to me. And now, and they tried to, so before I was in a coma, they were trying to put me in a coma naturally, right? So staged car accidents and drugging my coffee. So like they were trying to put me in a coma naturally before I ended up in this coma. And so on July 4th, 2018 is like when they like, that was like the attack right there. So like somebody was pretending to be my mom or some, because this is like my mom was never my mom. Let's just say that, right? Like my mom was never my mom, and like people in my life were never people in my life because they were always being swapped out all the time. So it's just like this group of people, and like, and it was never a problem until, because I never knew, right? And then they never like attacked me. So when they attack me, it's kind of like, damn, like you're not my brother or you're not my sister, and then they act crazy and they do shit they would never do. So then my whole time throughout like these past couple years trying to figure out what's going on, I'm just like, who's making you do this? You know, because it's like you're like a normal person. You don't even know what the fuck you're doing. So like, who's making you do this? Like, that's my thought process. That's where I try to go and find out is who's making you do this, because I'm trying to find out who's making you do this so I could talk to that motherfucker and figure out what's his problem or who got a problem with me is basically what I'm trying to figure out. My name is Derek Husky. Like, I'm the only Derek Husky. Like, that name is so classic. Who else has that name? I was clearly the first one with that name, right? Or like, who knows? I mean, it was a made-up name, right? But that's just how like life, like this is just how it went though. Like through Facebook and you just search. You used to search your name on Facebook, find one person every time. Now you search your name on Facebook, you find like 27 different people, 27 different states, everywhere. You know, everyone copies everyone nowadays. And it's the same with the music, with the imitator crazy bones. Like, see, that's the thing. Like, being in this virtual reality, I don't know what version the real world gets. Do they get the same version? Do they get a different version? You know what I mean? Like, is their censorship the same as this censorship? Do they get the fake shit too? Do they get the edited remade music where like imitators trying to remake like Bone Thug music? Do they get that, or do I just get that by myself in here? Am I solo in here? Am I in my own virtual machine, or is this just another virtual machine where a bunch of other people go? You know, like these are the questions to ask, because the people running this shit want to play like I'm dumb, like I don't know nothing. They want to act like I'm stupid. And they act like children. So like the people running this shit act like children. Like literally act like kids. Like imagine if you had a 14-year-old, like a legit 14-year-old, not like some weird fucking MK Ultra CIA kid, like just a regular 14-year-old. Imagine having like a regular 14-year-old and then like you're changing their identity to like a 50-year-old and they have to go do this and maintain this persona. That's like what the shit's like to me. It's like kids are running this shit. Like little kids. Like they're just playing stupid. And like they steal your music, they imitate people. I mean, it's very obvious they imitate people because I know for damn sure, like in the real world, like not in a coma, they do this shit. So everything they do there, they do here, or what they do there is revealed here. Let's just say that. Like shit I didn't even know, now I know. Because you can remember. I have the same memory. That's the thing. Like while they're trying to act like I'm not a real person, but I have the same memory as a person. Like real things that I can remember that happen, and real things that I didn't even know that are happening, but now I know that they happened or like, you know, things like that. So like I can remember things. And I should know, like no one should ever be in a coma. So like they take, what they do is this is how they use people. Like, so I had this kid named Jaren, young kid, right? I don't know how old he was, right? But he gets cancer. He doesn't die though. He dies, but he doesn't die. Like they just recycle these people. Like they're still being used as whatever, you know. But the people, the minds behind this, like the people themselves, they remember this shit. Like they know this shit. But like once you die, cause like they have this thing. Clearly, they have this thing of dying, right? Where they go and then they go from one person to another person, but it's the same person. It's the same conscious person you were talking to before is that next person, right? So it's clearly a thing. Like I was just talking, like yesterday, I was just talking to Michaela, which is supposed to be my brother's girlfriend. I was just talking to her, but I know who it is. I know exactly who it is, but it looks like Michaela. And they all know what they're doing. They all know about this shit. 100% of people around me know exactly what the fuck they're doing. Like they know exactly what this is. And if they don't, they're fucking playing stupid. Like if you've ever been more than one person, you know that. Like you don't not know that shit. So that's why I say everyone is playing stupid. And the only way to really, and it's just fear mongering, right? Like the only reason this shit happens is fear mongering and blackmail. And then and it's an attack on basically everything, right? So they're attacking everything from history to culture to financial to everything. Everything is under attack right now. Everything is compromised. Ain't shit never been what it was supposed to be, and now we know ain't shit never been what it's supposed to be. That's why this coronavirus. Everyone has a cell phone in their head nowadays. That's how they get you. That's how they know everything. That's how they spy on you. So don't go trying to tear apart your car like I did. I tried to tear apart my car. I'm like, how the fuck are these people spying on me? They got cell phones in your head. There's nanotechnology everywhere too. And everyone has a cell phone. And everyone that's supposed to be in control of this shit is corrupt. 100% of them. Everyone's corrupt. Donald Trump, all of them, they're all corrupt. They're all the same people. They're all corrupt. They don't give a fuck about us. They just want to use our minds for intellectual property and use us for propaganda. All of them are the same. There's no black people here. And it's like, I never, for 29 years, I'm 29 years old, I never thought it was a black versus white. It's a black versus white thing. White people control this shit. For sure. But like, that's the problem when, the whole problem was for 29 years, black people have been always telling me, it's the white man trying to bring us, like nigga, what? Explain. Like that's what Tyler would say. Like that's his response. Nigga, what? Because he's the one that told me that, right? Like he's the one that said the white. Like what do you mean? That's like that. I think that's a facade. Clearly, I was wrong, and he was right, but he was unable to explain it to me. He might have just turned on me in that moment because he was unable to intelligently communicate with me. Like that's how bad this shit is, right? Because I know black people are like innocent. We're just mind control. They just mind control everybody. But if people knew this shit, it'd be different. But people don't know this shit. Like everything that looks bad, the government does. Like from pimping hoes to slinging drugs. We don't want us doing that shit, but they all do it. And then they get everybody else to do it. And everyone's a part of it. Then everyone's dirty. Then everyone dies. Then everyone turns into a zombie. Essentially. Because nobody can be normal again. Some of them. I don't think. I don't know. Because I know it's deep. But I don't know. But what I do know is I'm in a coma and I'm pretty much can't do anything. And the thing is, what I'm saying, someone else can say it, someone else can copy it. It can look like someone else is doing it. They can copy and paste it. They can change the whole video and make it look, like I said, completely something else. There's no limit to this shit. There's no limit to voice synthesis, video synthesis. illusions. There's no limit to this shit. So like anything can look like anything and it can be anything because this is what they do. This is all they do. They spend millions of dollars on this shit, making sure people who they just want to put people in comas. They want to put people in comas for profit. It's profitable to put people in comas because they can get away with a lot of shit by saying it was this guy in a coma, or they can get away with a lot of shit by saying, "Oh, you know what? This guy doesn't even exist." Imagine for like 30 years, the government has been pinning shit on you, right? But like nothing ever happens, and you don't even know it. And then when it's time for like something to happen, like, all right, this guy, it's the same guy. We haven't stopped him, and they said it is you the whole time, and it's so scary for them that like, fuck, we got to put this goddamn guy in a coma. We know he's good. We know he's good, but we have to cover it up. We must cover it up because they're trying to act like somebody wants me dead. I know, don't nobody want me fucking dead. Like, what in the fuck? Like, what did I do to anybody that somebody would want me dead? You know? Because, like, they always want to, like the CIA and shit, they always want to spy on people. You know, they always want to spy on people, and they always want to fuck people over and get people killed and get people on drugs. They always want to do all this shit and frame people. But when it's time to air their dirty laundry out, then it's like, oh shit. Like, because that's what this is. Like, all of this shit that I know, like, they need to be exposed. Because they've been fucking over, like, black people. They think that there's literally, like, this false thing. Like, African Americans, which aren't even a fucking thing. They're just black people. And they put us in, like, this. It's a predetermined. They predetermine, like, throw us away. And, like, what I say, like, when I look different, like, my skin tone's lighter. You know, I probably haven't been getting the sun, but there's no sun here. It's artificial. But, like, just little shit about me be, like, different. Because it's a virtual environment. It is a virtual environment. And everyone just wants to play stupid. And the thing is, like, because I know this shit, and if no one's planning on doing anything about the shit, drop my ass off where there's normal people. Because 100% of the people in America are confirmed fucking idiots. I'm not trying to be rude. Like, I don't want to be harsh or anything, but that's really what it is. It's literally the blind are leading the blind. And, like, we're going off a cliff. Like, I don't even think there's a real plan. I don't think there's a plan more than, like, 5 minutes ahead. Like, I really don't think they know what they're doing. I don't think we're going in the right direction at all. I believe we're wasting a bunch of time and resources. As a nation, I'm talking about everyone who's in America. And everyone who's, like, anyone working for the government, period. Anyone working for an intelligence agency or anyone working for the CIA or anything like that, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, or they do. That's just two things. There's 50% chance to being right. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing, and it's really bad, and they don't care about people, or they don't know what they're doing, and they only know how to be bad because that's just the way they know. But either way is really bad. It's like we got all the tools and the technology. And I believe we had American people, like, who can actually do shit, like, with numbers. And I believe those people are fucked. Like, they just took, like, regular people and, like, sold them a dream. And now they end up basically, like, lost. That's what I think happens. I mean, I don't know. I'm lost in here, you know? Like, I'm by myself. Are they by themselves? Is everybody else by themselves? Or is it just me by myself? It's completely fraudulent. Boys aren't supposed to be girls. Matter of fact, I just seen Robert Hamilton's ass out here looking like Miss Robinson, my third grade teacher. Like, just a few minutes ago. Before I made this video. Like, that's what I'm talking about. And this artificial telepathy shit ain't cool. So, like, That's how they talk to you. It's artificial telepathy. That's what I mean when they have cell phones in your head. That's what 5G is. 5G, their cell phones, technology. They got human abductions. That shit happens on the reggae. I didn't even know that. It's been happening to me a few times. Human abductions. I don't know what they do, to be honest. But like, the thing is, cutting open your head and taking your brain and putting it into another body and then putting you back where you were is not out of the picture. Like, something like that happening is not out of the picture. That can happen. That has happened. Like, that can happen, and that's wouldn't be crazy. You know what I mean? Because there's all types of ways. Like, criminals, that's why they modulate the shit, right? So, like, America's modulated. Everyone gets to be Crazy Bone one time, or you might be able to be Ludacris one time, or you might be able to be Will Smith one time, or, you know, people just pretend to be people, or you might get Burner, you know. Burner knows what I'm talking about. You might be able to go be Burner, or you might be able to go be whoever, the Game. And that's what they want people to do. Basically to mix everything up, right? Because there's a lot of crime going on, too. There's a lot of shit going on that they don't want people to know about, right? And, like, it wouldn't even be so bad, right? Because there's always going to be black market, right? There's always going to be some background shit going on. But, like, they made it to where that shit is society now. Like, there's not even a regular market. There's not even a regular life anymore. There's only underground. Only underground. Like, everybody's on some shit. Everybody's doing some shit low key that they ain't supposed to be doing, that they don't want people to know about, to where they might have to have another identity to do the shit. Imagine that's just life where everybody's doing it, to where I come home to my own house and there's like, I can't even go about my business because that's how deep it is. I can't even go get a job because that's how deep it is. Right? Like, they won't give me a job. They'll act like they're giving me a job, but they won't give me a job. They'll give somebody else a job pretending to be me or acting like they were me, but they won't give me a job. But then on top of that, being in a coma in a virtual environment, what the fuck's the point of a job? You know, like, what? Why are you going to pay me money to do what? You know what I mean? Because it's not about the work. It's about basically anybody in a corporate job or government. Basically, all they want to do is hack your brain. They want to get your mind. They want to get your information. They want to get your data. They want to get your DNA. They want to get all of that shit. Especially like I believe they got this shit down to where they could just make people. Like, they could just like, ooh, I like the trait. I like that nose. Or like those lips. Right? Like, they get it down to where they're just taking shit from people. Taking body parts and shit. Like, all of this shit. These aren't normal people. These aren't normal fucking people. Like, the people that do this shit aren't normal people. They're not normal people. The straight terrorists. And I used to do this, right? Anytime I used to talk like this is why I don't like making videos, right? It doesn't get me anywhere. Nothing gets me anywhere. Nothing gets anybody anywhere. This will just be like, you know, and then, you know, my acting mom will start tripping on me. Acting brother will be like, dude, you're stupid. Why you making no like, dude, why the fuck are you pretending to be my brother? And that's the question that needs to be answered on everybody. Or fuck it, nobody wants to answer questions. Why the fuck am I here? Why the fuck would you put me here with all these goddamn crazy people in this country, in this city? Like, why am I here? Like, why would I not be with people, normal people? Because this isn't just like some shit that just started happening. This is some shit that's been happening, but no one knows about. Because when my friend Robert Isaac went to go be a girl, there was a new Robert Isaac pretending to be Robert Isaac. He was also the cop that died on the news not too long ago because they changed identities. So, like, what the fuck? And this is life now. And I can't do anything about it. Because if I could do anything about it, I tried to stop it in the process. Like, I tried to stop this shit while they were doing it. Peak production, peak killing moments, peak killing times. I tried to stop it, but no one listens to me. No one listens to me. Why does no one listen to me? Because that was the plan. No one listens to me. That's the plan. There's me, the real guy, and then there's the other guy pretending to be me, and no one listens to me. So, and that's why the damage is done. The damage is done. They basically sold everybody a dream. Now everybody lost themselves, and everybody who's not going to be honest with themselves literally will have a permanent mental illness. You will literally be permanently mentally ill. That shit'll be on you that shit's on you for the rest of your life. Like, just imagine, most of your life isn't even the person you currently are. And most of your life is what you're trying to hide. It's a permanent fucking mental illness. So that's why it's like, damn, like, what did they do? Like, what did they create? Did they create zombies? Or did they create, like, or are they just really scared we can snap them out of it? You know what I mean? Because this is what we created. And everyone's clearly doing what they think they're supposed to be doing based on fear, though. It's all fear-mongered. I don't know what to do, right? What do we do? What did they create? It's not we, because I'm by myself. Who's with me? I don't know. Oh yeah, and then there's these idiots, like this is the same idiots I'm talking about. The same people who be commenting, talking shit on my videos are the same people participating in exactly the shit I'm talking about. They know exactly, like if the truth was in front of their face and they were strapped down to a table and they had just to watch this video of the truth, like they'd want to kill themselves because they know it's true. Like that's what these people are, the same damn people. They don't even know what they're doing. They only know how to talk shit. They only know how to bag on people. Like those type of people. Based on nothing. Based on because they're supposed to bag on you because you're the quote unquote ops. That's all it is. That's all these people are. They don't know anything else other than whatever. And then they always make excuses. There's an excuse for something every time. These are those people, right? Oh yeah, well you're lucky this, or oh I get you, but I got to do that. Those are those people, and these aren't black people. Like this didn't originate with black people. This shit originated from white